Hi everybody, I thought I would do something a little bit different this time for this video. I'm cooking a big pot of soup for 6 of us, possibly 7 if my son shows up with his friend. And this is kind of expensive, this soup, because the holidays are here and they were out of a lot of the generic frozen vegetables, and fresh vegetables were low stock as well. Also, certain things like cutting up garlic and onions and carrots and things of that nature. I have weakness in my hands from the rheumatoid arthritis, and I have trigger finger. And now that it's cold out, even though being on the GLP-1, the Zepbound has reduced inflammation, mostly gotten rid of these conditions for me, keeping them in remission. I'm getting more flare-ups since it's gotten cold, and my hands are a little bit stiffer, so it's hard for me to do that cutting. And my husband is not always stable on his feet because of his illness, and I don't really like him cutting things, so I don't want to ask him to do it, because he would in a heartbeat, but I get worried. He cut himself the other day, and I don't, he's a diabetic and he doesn't need that. So, this soup today, I got these sheet pan air fryer veggies in a bag because it was quick, it's easy, everything's already cut up. Yes, more expensive, but again, stock was short in my area. I got these pre-washed sliced mushrooms and zucchini, green and yellow. I've had these soy curls, which I'm not super fond of. There's really nothing in them. A little bit of fat. They're a huge source of fiber and protein. And they're vegan, but they're not my favorite thing to use. I'd rather cut up a block of tofu, but we only have one block left, so I decided not to do that. Using some frozen peas and riced cauliflower. I have a tiny bit of nutritional yeast left, and the rest of that bag is going in the soup today. I'm using some Mrs. Dash, everything but the salt. And then I'm adding the salt, which is basically the Adobo all-purpose seasoning that we like. And I got the already minced garlic that's in water, not oil. And then, what was I gonna, oh. So I normally put in a couple of boxes of the vegetable broth, depending on the ingredients. Some of these things you'll see say organic. This was not necessarily intentional. I buy organic when I can, but I don't sweat it if I can't. So I'm going to pre-rinse everything, and just to show you, this is some leftover salad we had. They're just mixed greens, some baby spinach and arugula, some kale, and actually this is a type of lettuce. I don't know what type. And then if you could see, we have about a half a cup of barley. I don't usually like to use rice for a few reasons. It causes me more flare-ups with my autoimmune issues and the arthritis, the stiffness, the trigger finger in my hands. And I also don't like it because it doesn't make sense to me to add food that you know has arsenic in it. Why would you add food intentionally that you know has toxins? But we got this for free, and we're just making use of as much as we can for now. Not ideal. And then this is a cup of quinoa. And normally the quinoa would overdo the rice for sure. And if I could leave the rice out completely, I would prefer it. but I'm trying to get rid of a container. Oh, and I'm going to grab a couple of cans of just beans. Got black beans, navy beans, cannellini beans. You have kidney beans, but I think since I'm using the black beans, I'm just going to grab some great northern beans. So I'm going to put in 4 cans of beans. Some of them are reduced salt, some of them aren't. They're just a generic. It's not a big house, it's not a big kitchen. Don't have a lot of storage, so keeping dry beans and then having to soak them overnight and do all that and then cook soup every day or every other day, it's not been ideal for us. I find the cans a lot easier because it's instant. I try and get no salt added or reduced sodium whenever possible, but it's not always possible. And again, I don't sweat it because most of these ingredients don't even have salt in them or very minimal amounts, and we do need some salt, and our blood pressure is fine, and we're keeping track. So when I say we're keeping track, I mean health wise. When we get our blood work, we're doing fine in our blood pressure. So for us, salt is not an issue because we're not really eating any too much processed stuff, so we're not having to worry about the sodium too much. So I'm going to end up using about, basically, honestly, I shake the jar like this, open the cap, which I can't do in one hand, and just dump it. Whatever falls in there, that's what I'm going to use. I'm not a measurer. I'm not really a follow a recipe. I'm just giving an idea. I don't know if this is helpful or not, but I thought maybe it would be for quick, easy soup, because other than making this video and showing everything, the truth is adding all this stuff takes about 5 minutes. Dump it in the pot, pour in the water, probably about up to here. Check on it. I cook it. I bring it to a full boil, and then I turn it all the way down to low, and I just let it cook for hours. And I check on it periodically if the water looks like it's running low, or the broth, because maybe the dry ingredients took up too much. I just add more and just let it keep cooking. And season to taste, salt to taste, or in our case, we're using Adobo. And that's what we're doing. Now, normally I would use Bragg's aminos because it's lower in sodium and it's got protein in it. But I didn't realize I ran out completely. I forgot, and I thought I had a little left, and I didn't pick any up. So this time we're just going for the gold right there, which probably not the best, healthiest thing, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to do the best you can, and for the most part, this is going to be a pretty healthy soup and hopefully really tasty. So since I'm not good at editing and I'm using my phone and don't really have any place to have it just, sit so I can do everything in front of you, that's how I'm making my soup. And I'll take some pictures of the after and attach it to this video. And I hope that everybody is having a good, happy, healthy, safe Thursday. Okay, bye-bye.